Hello, everyone. Welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button. Also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next video.
I want to become Nigerian problem because, one, we're in problems. And I want to offer myself to the people of this country to solving such problems. Because I do know, as a man who loves this country, as a man who's committed for the development of this country, you can't be standing aloof. See your country sliding the way it's sliding. And then you just sit back to say, look, there's nothing that can be done. As governor of Rivers State, I saw problems, and I was able to solve such problems. And I believe that, look, should we just close our eyes and allow this country to go the way it's going? And they say it's not your business. No. No, I said, no. I'm going to offer myself so that I can contribute. Take, for example, the issue of insecurity in this country today. You know, some people trivialize this matter. Trivialize this matter because you cannot talk about the economy. You cannot talk about agriculture. You cannot talk about infrastructure when you have this level of insecurity. And so I believe that I have the capacity to take head on this issue of insecurity. When I came to Rivers State, at that time, along the road, you will see people are being kidnapped in the bus, 14 people, this militancy, kidnapping. I said, my God, what is all these roads I'm doing? What is infrastructure in education, health center, when people cannot be secured? So many people left Rivers State. And I said to myself, look, I took oath of office to protect life and property. And without protection of life and property, no government can be said to be doing anything. Because if you are doing road and there are no human beings, what will the road be useful for? If you are building schools, there are no human beings. Who will go to the schools? If you are building hospitals, there are no human beings. Who will use the hospital? So the first issue is protection of life and property.
But in this country today, you said you want to become president because you think you can serve, you think you understand the problems. But in terms of security, which is one of the issues that you raised tonight, what do you perceive as the major problem of insecurity in this country?
First of all, so many people will come up with theory that because of unemployment, because of hunger, which is a factor. Who's the factor? But I think we have gone beyond that now, because the insecurity you are seeing today has gone beyond the level of where just people are only hungry. We are not talking about fighting insurgents, people who want to take over the country by one way or the other through forceful means, right? So that is a critical issue. If it is just merely insecurity in terms of kidnapping, you can relate that to people talking about being hungry, poverty, and that. But when you're talking about now, we have external forces are trying to take over your country. It's no longer limited to the issue of poverty. And as a government, you owe a duty to your country as the president of Nigeria. Now look, how can I be here? Just look at what happened in a few days about people or bandits taking over, or nearly took over international airport. No longer kidnapping or taking people from the buses. Now trying to take over an international airport.
That's Kaduna.
That's Kaduna.
Is Kaduna an international airport?
Yes, an international airport. Kaduna Airport is an international airport. Yes. And what does that portend in our country? What does it tell investors? How did they come in? What happened? Why are we always being reactionary? Why are we always trying to defend instead of being proactive? No intelligence. No intelligence.
You think the present government is not doing enough?
They are not doing enough in terms of intelligence and even commitment to it. Now, let me tell you, I'm not saying that the armed forces or security agencies are not trying to do or are not doing their best, but you see, as a government, as a leader, you owe a duty to superintend, to supervise what is happening. Take, for example, I'm not satisfied when we hold Security Council meeting and my service commanders will tell me we are doing this, we are doing that. I said, no. You have a time limit. You have a period. From this period to this period, I do not want to hear that we're still having increase in this kidnapping, in this armed robbery and the rest of it. You must be able to tell those who are serving under you there's no politics as far as security is concerned. I don't care where you come from. I don't care which religion you belong to. All I care is results. So I told them, look, you have told me to provide this and this and this and that. And I provided. Why am I not getting the required results? Why, instead of decreasing, why is it increasing? Why? And they've come to realize because they have seen that I have passion. They've seen that I'm committed to it. And they have no choice but to work. Take, for example, when we're talking about oil theft and the way it has affected, the oil bunker has affected the environment in the state. Ordinarily, it is not within the jurisdiction of the state government to talk about oil. But again, it is within my jurisdiction, within my powers, to talk about the health and environment of my people. I said, look, this oil bunkering is affecting the health of our people. It's affecting the environment. Should I just fold my hands? I said, no. I have to lead the war. I have to go through it. I said, no, we cannot accept it. And I said, look, the communities, you come around, chiefs, youths, CDC, you cannot tell me that you don't know those who are involved in this. You cannot tell me you are seated there, every day you are seeing tankers moving. Therefore, Mr. Chief, Mr. CDC, Mr. Youth Development, all of you will be held accountable if I hear that this oil bunkering is still taking place in this community.
So you will lead from the front, that's what you are saying?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the people must understand that, look, as the head, you are fighting against this, not merely coming on television to say I've directed the service chiefs. That is not it.
You think that a president should go to the center of the action and take charge from there?
First of all, if I did not go, I never even knew what called oil bunkering. Because you begin to imagine, what is oil bunkering? How did they do it? Right? So I had to go.
And you saw for yourself?
And I saw for myself. I said, my God, what is this? Where I saw more than 4 kilometers, pipes are laid, linking to the oil pipeline. You can't believe it. And that has given me the first impression. Oh, this is what's called oil bunkering. This is the way it is done. Not what I am told. Now I saw.
First hand.
Yes. So having seen.
And now you have a solution.
Of course. And then having seen it, I said, no, there's no way the communities are not involved. There's no way The security agencies are not involved.
So you think that there are fifth columnists in the security agencies that's I mean, perhaps the reasons why the perpetration of this insecurity is going on?
Now, Sean, let me tell you, there was a time that the chief of defense staff called the oil producing states to a meeting. The IG was there. Other service chiefs, security agencies were there. SSS, NIA, they were all there. And they're talking about how do we collaborate. In fact, the GMD of NNPC was there. How do we collaborate? How do we work together to reduce, if not stopping, this illegal oil theft and oil bunkering? And for Christ's sake, I said, listen, the problem with Nigeria, we always hold meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings. And I told the chief of defense that, should we tell ourselves a simple truth? He said, yes. Are you not aware that all of you are involved in this? Not you as a person. Are you not aware security agencies are involved in this? What is the sanction you have put in place if anybody is found guilty in this? Listen, that's okay. Take for example, we have our task force, and the soldiers or police are being confronted escorting tankers who are involved in this oil bunkering. And somehow they exchange fireworks. And then a soldier dies. What do? You now move the battalion to go to that community that the soldier was killed. You won't tell them why was the soldier killed. You won't tell them that. All you will tell the public is that a soldier was killed. And our soldiers cannot accept that. But you refuse to tell them that the soldier was killed because he was escorting a tanker who was involved in illegal oil bunkering. And then the community of the task force of government resisted it. And in cause of that, there was a problem. But what you will tell Nigerians is that, look, we can't take it for you to kill a soldier. So I asked them, if you say today that this illegal oil bunkering will stop or will reduce, it will reduce. All you require is, look, security agencies be committed to say, look, we can't continue to do it. If I'm the commander-in-chief, and I can tell you that, look how it's affecting the economy, look how it's affecting the economy of the country. I heard when Mr. President said the other day to giving a marching order to the Minister of Petroleum and this. How would they do it? Has it not been there for long? How would they do it? You require the synergy of the state government and the federal government. Like I came out to do. In fact, the GMD, in his remarks or in his contribution to NEC, told him that, oh, the way the River State governor have been fighting this illegal oil bunkering. And I said, you don't need to. What is your support to us? We are fighting to make sure this oil theft or illegal oil bunkering is being reduced. But what is your support to the state? Not.
I mean, we're talking about insecurity in Nigeria now, and you're giving practical experience of as a governor in Rivers State and how you're tackling the issue of insecurity, especially in relation to oil bunkering. But the APC will say that your party, the PDP, I mean, you serve in the federal cabinet, that the monies that were meant to procure arms, that the generation of insecurity today was largely because of the PDP's reign and how they failed to provide the necessary fighting tools for our security agencies, and that's what led to the degeneration of security in the country today.
If I may understand you, are you saying that they said that the money meant
to procure arms that went into private hands?
Okay.
And that's one of the reasons why we have a degeneration today.
Okay. Now you see, that's why I said APC is a party founded on lies, propaganda. Everyday excuses. Okay. Assuming don't concede it. Now you have taken over the reins of power. Right? Now, what have you done?
They've bought Tucano aircrafts?
No. What have you done? Those people whom you say that took those funds, what have you done against them? What have you done?
The NSA was in court for it was
it's not merely charging you to court to score a political go. No, 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 no. No. What APC as a government have always done is to say, look, these people stole money. And we're going to charge them to court. All those that stole money, as alleged by them, where are they today? Where are they today? The new APC chairman is not facing the EFCC charge. It's not the new APC chairman. And you're fighting corruption. It's very funny. As a party that claims to lead the war against corruption, and you have charged somebody for corruption.
On allegations of corruption?
Of corruption. You are the one, this same government, you are the one. And at the same time, you have made him your national party chairman. What a contradiction. Who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? You come and tell Nigerians, PDP misappropriated the funds of this country. PDP diverted the funds of this country. PDP stole all the money in this country. The same PDP people that you claimed that stole funds, that diverted funds, are the pillars of your party today. What a country is this? What a party is this? Listen, I cannot, as a commander-in-chief, the moment you have corruption charges, and I have come out to tell the country, I'm going to fight corruption. If there's anything linking you as being corrupt or facing corruption charges, with all due respect, I cannot allow you until your name is cleared. I cannot allow you to hold the leadership of the party or any appointment. I won't do that. You see, today I read where they say they have repented. Repented how? Have you repented that? Are you telling me they repented that, oh, yesterday they stole, for example, and now they are not stealing again? We are talking about you came out as a party to say, I'm going to fight corruption. And so you have been alleged to be corrupt, for example, and you have been charged to court. Yes, the law is clear until you are found guilty, but at least to show I'm serious in fighting the issue of corruption. So you have nothing to do in my cabinet until the court clears you. Yes, that is the only way you can give confidence to the people.
The moral burden on the APC. But they have also said, look, for your party and what you have done for Nigerians, that you don't deserve to come back into power.
Listen. I heard what Lai Mohammed. That is the usual story. That's what we are saying. You said we are corrupt. That's what we are saying. You say we are corrupt. And therefore, you are going to fight the issue of corruption. And Nigerians voted for you. And you have come in. And all those who are alleged to be corrupt are those in your government. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
But does your party deserve, from the point of view of Nigerians,
yes.
Does your party deserve to return to power?
Certainly not.
Your party don't deserve it.
The party deserves to come back. Listen, compare. It's a simple comparative analysis. Compare.
You think your party is better than the APC presently? The 16 years versus the 7 years of the APC?
The issue is not about 7 years. The issue about the suffering, the insecurity of the 7 years is more than what we had in 16 years. That is the issue. It means that if we can suffer like this for these 7 years, what happens in the next 7 years? That is the truth of the matter.
So you think?
Are you telling me today, Shehu, you are telling me, you are asking me a question. Are you telling me today the level of poverty in this country today can be compared to when PDP was in power? You told Nigerians you are coming to solve the problems caused by PDP, assuming alleged problems caused by PDP. Instead of you solving those problems, you are multiplying the problems.
So because you question the morality or the morale of the APC, of governance,
yes.
And I'm asking that, morally speaking, do you think that the Nigerian people would vote your party in 2023?
Certainly, Nigerians have compared and seen that, look, we were thinking that these guys are sent. We didn't know that they have the worst record in life. You know, It's unfortunate. You know, Nigerians are such that things can sway them. In 2015, Nigerians were told all kinds of lies. Today, now the same Nigerians are saying, Haba, you have deceived us. We would have preferred to go along with PDP. Today, take for example, PDP is making a lot of positive impacts in the states where they are superintending. That tells you where there's hope. And that's when Nigerians have said, look, the only hope we can have now is for PDP to come back to power. Take for example. Shehu, it's most unfortunate. Yes, there's nothing wrong that Nigeria believed in the lies that were the APC told in 2015. And Nigerians have now seen that, look, we thought that what we were told, that this was serious. We thought they said PDP diverted funds. We thought that they have an idea to prove better the economy as better than what it was. But we have now seen, no, they deceived us. They just wanted to acquire power. They wanted to be in power. And we have given them, we supported them, thinking that they had something to offer. Today, where is the position of Nigeria? As at the time they took over power, what was the exchange rate? As at the time they took over power, what was the level of insecurity?
But you also say that what was crude oil selling
today,
at the time?
Today, what's the crude oil selling?
It's over 100.
It's over 100.
By the time it was almost $200. It's way over $140 per barrel.
Never correct. It has hovered within the same thing that is going on. So what?
It just recently came.
It's not recently. For how many months? Okay. Let it even be just for 1 month. What has been the impact of it? What has been the impact? You see, you can deceive the people for a time, but can't deceive them always. Nigerians believed that PDP was not doing the right thing then. But all this was based on propaganda, lies, teachers of lies.
The party is planning to correct that.
In fact, most of the things they were told were not correct. Nigerians have not seen that, listen, we were deceived. And that's why I say, in Nigeria, politics, propaganda, nobody wants to tell you the simple truth. And that is what some of us are different, that we must be able to tell you the truth. You told Nigerians, the situation today, what I mean today, as of 2015, we can't continue with that. This government must be thrown away. And Nigerians believed you. Now Nigerians gave you the opportunity. Now see where you have kept Nigerians. Worse than the situation then. And I just look, we can't continue with this one. This PDP far much better than what we're seeing today.